Hello, I'm Senator Sheldon Whitehouse. I'm very sorry I'm not able to join you today as Senate business keeps me here in Washington. Over the years, Interfaith Power and Light has helped reduce carbon pollution one congregation at a time, spoken truth to power about the threats of climate change, and empowered Rhode Island's communities. I'm grateful for the opportunity to say a few words today. In the ocean state, our communities are already being affected by warming ocean waters, rising sea levels, and other effects of climate change. Our Coastal Resources Management Council is predicting 9 vertical feet of sea level rise by the end of the century. That would be pretty catastrophic. When we consider that kind of inundation, as well as things like storm-damaged homes, drought-stricken farms, and raging wildfires, it's clear that carbon pollution has economic, ecological, and human costs, what's called the social cost of carbon. Right now, these costs aren't factored into the price of fossil fuels. That means that big companies pollute and regular people pay, and that's not right. I've introduced the American Opportunity Carbon Fee Act to make big polluters pay to cover the cost of pouring carbon waste into our atmosphere and oceans. Pope Francis has said, "Man has slapped nature in the face. If you slap it, it will slap you back." The Bible agrees in Galatians, "Whatever one sows, that will he also reap." Some here in Congress say that we can do whatever we want and God will tidy up after us. We don't have to worry about cleaning up our mess. But if God is just a tidy up after us God, why does the book of Job warn that those who plow iniquity and sow trouble reap the same? If God is not a God of consequences, why does Luke tell us, "For with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you"? And why does Proverbs tell us, "Whoever sows injustice will reap calamity"? The Bible says in Samuel, "The Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed." So thank you for your activism and your knowledge. Pope Francis has also noted that our common home, our Earth, is falling into serious disrepair. Things are now reaching a breaking point, he said. Humanity has disappointed God's expectations. The Earth herself, he said, groans in travail, and we are leaving to our children a world that, to use his words, is beginning to look more and more like an immense pile of filth. We are affecting our planet, and we must see it. Thessalonians says, "God considers it just to repay with affliction those who afflict. Those who sow the wind," the Bible says, "they shall reap the whirlwind." Pope Francis reminds us that we have what he called a moral responsibility. We have to take it seriously. He said, "You can see the effects of climate change, and scientists have clearly said what path we have to follow." The Pope is a scientist himself, and having heard plenty of confessions, he's also a man of the world who understands the weakness of humankind. He understands political pressures. "What you don't want to see, you don't see," he said. But he reminds us that history will judge our decisions. We'd better wise up to the message Mother Earth is conveying to us. We cannot continue to prioritize the fossil fuel industry's welfare over the health of our planet. It is, after all, the only home of tomorrow's children. That's why the work of the Interfaith Power and Light has never been more important. So thank you. Thank you for your great work. You improve the lives of so many Rhode Islanders, and I'm proud to work alongside you. Thank you, and have a wonderful conference.